She points out the tattoo. She talks about the tattoo in vivid detail. Turns out that's completely false. And the father is supposed to be picking her up. 10-hour drive, round trip to pick her up in the middle of the night. Has no memory of that. No one has come forward about this in nearly a quarter of a century, and that's because this never happened.
Spyro said he's not only seeking justice for Jay-Z, he says that he also wants to expose the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby.
He takes away the voices from real victims, and he calls it...
Well, we posted every Friday. See them corner emojis, then you know a nigga wildin'. Jaded Gemini till the day I die. And I'ma talk my shit, but I don't play both sides. So
y'all, we had to run it back on Jay-Z.
Had to spin the block on that country.
Spin the block.
Hell nah, bro. There's always developments, but everybody's so emboldened. The Rock Nation got y'all emboldened. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite YouTube couple back at it once again. Top 5, top 10, and boy, they got a lot to say about Jay-Z again.
Yeah, a lot of y'all were in the comments of the last video basically saying like, ooh, well, what y'all gonna say now? Because now she lying and blah, 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 blah.
People were saying that? I didn't know that.
So for one, we always said, bro, let this play out in court. Rock Nation and the Tory and Meg thing, we done learned our lesson, bro. Like, they definitely know how to confuse and move the media in a certain way to where
divide and conquer.
There you go. Still sticking to what we said though in the first video, that let this play out in court. We did have our own questions about, like, you know, the statute of limitations, like the law in New York and stuff. So more information's come out, so we're just gonna see that. But the main takeaway this week is there's an exclusive interview that old girl had with NBC talking about the allegations. Then you have Jay-Z's lawyer just flat out saying the inconsistencies. That's when we started getting the comments, is when the lawyer came out, was like, there's inconsistencies here. And she said that she went here, but her daddy never dropped her off there. And it's like, bruh.
Anyone with a frontal lobe would know after that amount of time,
right?
Anytime you have to pass information from a point A to a point B to get it to point C, there's gonna be inconsistencies, bro.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this isn't about, and people love to play the semantics game whenever they're in deep shit, right? Oh, you fucked up there, huh? Everything.
Right. So therefore, everything you're saying is wrong.
I seem to recall Diddy was talking like this at first too. Mm-hmm. And then now we got Surviving Diddy Part 3 on Tubi. So I'm like, bro, anybody with that proximity, bro, anybody that went to Epstein's Island is still held to scrutiny, right?
Yeah.
They talk about him like a damn dog in the street, as well they should. So, bruh, this is just a side effect of your actions and who you was dealing with back in the day, bro. Regardless of what happened, bro.
Yeah.
You hanging with freaky ass niggas,
that
bro.
part. And I still stand by what we said in the first video also, of like, your response to the lawsuit was just not it. Like, if you really were not involved, like, you heard the language being used in the case, and you having a 12-year-old yourself, like, I just thought that your reaction was going to be different on some, like, dang, I'm really sorry this experience happened to you. However, it was not me. I am an affiliate of Diddy. I have been to parties, but that was not me. We'll see you in court, right? But no, we get this bit lying. We get the Twitter post. It's always Twitter too, like, and I think it's because I said this before we started recording. Twitter is infamous for just being very pro Jay-Z, the capitalist. Get an LLC, quit your 9 to 5. And it's like, bruh, why?
You know why?
Are we bringing this over here?
Just what's her name's internet. But
bruh,
I ain't gonna hold you. With them type of allegations, my ass would have been hot too. But you're not Solarpolar, nigga. You're Jay-Z, nigga. Like, you have.
My thing is, look, if you want to get hot, because I don't know, because I'm not a man, but I'm pretty sure a dude getting accused of that is like, will get you hot, right? But what you don't do is publicly make a hot statement. You get on your table with your homies or whatever, or your wife, and you be hot, and you be like, man, this really, it's messed up, whatever. But you don't go to the public hot. Then I feel like it low-key encouraged other unks to come forward and see, this is what I'm talking about, who's next, because I was doing some stuff, but who's next? Like, bruh,
Bro,
it's
you
a mess.
Drinking that Diddy juice, you never know what might happen, bro. Because everybody that ever talked about a Diddy party be talking about like they don't know what the fuck was going on. So it's like if you was never there, bro, you gonna be Gucci. But
Right.
if you was there, bro,
I'm gonna need you to
you better what?
look. And then you got the Law and Crime Network, who in my opinion is like the ground zero for the Diddy, like legitimizing the Diddy case. They flat out said that Jay-Z paid people to turn on the lawyer who is representing the P. Diddy accuser, basically paid people to turn and say, oh, there's inconsistencies, there's all this. This is according to them. So we're going to look at this too.
This is Jesse Weber, dog.
That is just crazy to me. This is like, we were talking earlier, this is like Cops from back in the day.
Oh, he said Twitter's never credible. It's is
really
for flicks
not, bro.
And conspiracy
and
theories.
Apology notes.
There you go.
from
Very
from
credible
washed
for
up
those.
people. So this is the interview from the girl, or the woman now.
Jay-Z fighting back against a rape accusation. His attorney filing a letter to the judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's story.
You should always advocate for yourself.
It comes after our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter of raping her when she was 13 years old.
It's always people that are from like the middle of freaking nowhere too.
How the hell did she even get up there? Or maybe she just moved there after the fact.
Maybe.
Like, damn, bro. That's
asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party. She says at the party she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. That's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said, in remembering what happened 24 years ago. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Is any part of you
sir,
scared?
We know you did something, sir. Like, just stay in your place, okay? Two
honestly,
separate people.
Those are big inconsistencies, Naj, that your dad should remember if that ever happened. And honestly, if, you know, you were fucked up, it is kind of hard to just, oh, that's Jay-Z, that's damn P. Diddy. But, and then also the artist, oh, we weren't even there, but I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure that would be anybody's response.
I was gonna say, because
going
this
to
whole
a P. Diddy party, if
this
you could,
alleged paying people off,
definitely
you
not
know,
there, bro.
did anybody else do their own research to see? Again, I'm not saying he did it or didn't. I'm just curious. Did anybody do their own research to see if that duo actually was supposed to be there, or if they were actually on tour, or y'all just taking their word for it?
Who was there?
Then, bruh, she said they were there, and they said they weren't. Then when it comes to her dad, shoot, I've done stuff when I was a kid, and I tell my mom about it, and she's like, bruh, I don't remember. Like, I do not remember that. And that wasn't nearly as traumatic as this. But, like, I've had certain play dates, went on certain trips and stuff. My mom does not remember. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that her dad is like, that's nothing traumatic happened to him. Like, something traumatic happened to her. Why would he remember? Like, I don't know. That was just my thought when I first saw that. But
driving to the city to go pick somebody up could be very memorable, though. Unless you do it all the time. Just on some. But out of all the people It could have been anybody that did it. It was Jay-Z
And Diddy.
That's those
crazy.
Are wild claims.
Yeah.
But this is the same nigga that everybody is okay with the
Being
the
around their
premise of-
kids. Yeah, I
Not
remember
only
that back in the
but
day.
They were just talking about little kids dressed up like
They were
Nicki Minaj at the freak off. So when niggas tell me anything about P. Diddy, bro, I'm very sorry, bro. That's just the,
Yeah, I wish P. Diddy could have just kept his little 2 cents to himself. Because when it comes to him, it's like, yeah, you're where you're at for a reason. Jay-Z is still walking around a free man. Like, you're in jail. You're in jail.
That was his
With
lawyer
Luigi.
talking, though, wasn't it?
Who?
He's talking about with Luigi, making that statement.
Yes. Representing dude.
Coming out against such powerful people?
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out.
Chloe Malas, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about.
So here's his lawyer. What his lawyer has to say.
Alex Spiro is pushing to get a judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his.
She didn't ask for any money. She said she wanted to do a private mediation, and bro said no. So now here we are. She just wanted him to say sorry in private. And he was like, bruh, absolutely not. I didn't even do this.
His client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's account.
We expect Mr. Carter to be fully cleared of all of this in the coming days. Almost nothing that she says is checked out because this never happened.
This in the wake of our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she might have some facts wrong, but that she says the incident happened. What do you say to that?
You know, anybody, when they make up a claim, they can just keep repeating it and getting it right. But you never get the details right. And what happened during her interview with you is that the story began to unravel.
On the night of the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000, she says Combs' limo driver took her to an after party. There she says she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. That's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed
This is the part I was talking about earlier. Did they fact check if he was there, or did his people just say he wasn't there type shit? My boy said he was on the Midwest tour.
did not attend the 2000 VMAs.
Part about the 2000s.
There
Nigga,
was no
wasn't
digital
Instagram.
footprint,
There
right?
Was no Twitter.
That's
so
why
it
I'm
is
like, did
kinda
y'all
hard to
have
fact
any
check anything from back then.
photographers could take pictures of you on tour and stuff like that? That's why I'm like, was there any video or photography footage of them at the VMA thing or on this Midwest tour? Are there band t-shirts or like tour t-shirts? I mean, like something. Because you're right, that's hard when there's no digital footprint.
That they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not corroborate her story. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said. The woman revealed to us that she has autism and previously suffered a head injury. In a follow-up phone interview, we asked her about the contradictions, and she said that she stands by her statements.
This woman is standing by her story. It happened over 20 years ago. Maybe her memory is hazy. Maybe her father doesn't remember that night.
No, she's doubled down on certain of these details. She says, I'm positive. She points out the tattoo. She talks about the tattoo in vivid detail. Turns out that's completely false. And the father is supposed to be picking her up. 10-hour drive, round trip to pick her up in the middle of the night. Has no memory of that. No one has come forward about this in nearly a quarter of a century, and that's because this never happened.
Spiro said he's not only seeking justice for Jay-Z, he says that he also wants to expose the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby.
He takes away the voices from real victims, and he causes real harm.
Hold on, bro. He ain't no He's trying to get him. He's getting them out of here, boy. He is a viper.
How was he not able to dead this before it ever saw
ever
the light
came
of
public?
day?
That's how I'm confused too. Because
How
didn't
did it
they
ever
come
get
to
this
him
far if it's
in
just-
October? Right. How did it get this
Because
far?
honestly, I never thought we would ever be talking about this.
Me
nigga.
neither. People,
Ever.
in the beginning, when
Ever.
Diddy got accused before his stuff got raided, like it was like level 1. People were talking about something was about to happen. They were talking about Jay-Z too, and I remember I'm like, nah, bruh. I know y'all trying to, pair people together, but nah. So when I heard this, I'm like, damn. That's why I asked you last week. I'm like, you think they're gonna put him in jail? You're like, nah. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Can't because
there's nothing.
Look, but all right, what's to say that she? Because now they're talking about, oh, you got the tizzy, bro. How do we know this wasn't fucking 2001? She's getting the year all right. Because once you, like I was talking about with the semantics, bro.
It's the head injury too.
All type of.
So
well,
okay, with all that being said though, like, is there a case
at this point?
Because I'm like, you got an admitted head injury, like, you know,
especially with this
lawyer Naja dead, but
ICDC college legal degree over
no,
here.
seriously, because Rock Nation loves to get people in their legal bag, but
thanks, Uncle P.
No, seriously, is there a case? Because I'm all for, you know, let the victim have their day in court or whatever to confront their, you know, who they're accusing and, you know, let them go through due process. But it's looking like you don't even got nothing for real to really like.
Nah, but how did it get
this far? Right? Like what?
How did y'all allow this to ever see the light of day? But another thing, when we're talking about Diddy, when niggas told me he blew up Kid Cudi's car.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, that ain't no joke. Like Eric B and Rock him. But when we talking about this, it's like, oh, nah, it couldn't happen. And then it's like, also, one begs the question, who was there?
Mm-hmm.
This is, man, listen, bro. One person out of how many people?
They said Jay-Z was at the VMAs in the chat. And then somebody else in the chat said that the duo was in Chicago.
Or in Chicago.
If this lawyer has any sense, he's going to dismiss this claim. I don't know whether he has any sense.
Busby, who has filed more than 20 lawsuits against Combs, told NBC News that he is continuing to vet the accuser's claims and that she has agreed to undergo a polygraph this week. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Since your attorneys refiled the lawsuit against Combs naming Jay-Z, he has come out with a very long statement
so that's
saying
what happened. So I remember that from last week. Her original story was about Diddy, and then Jay-Z was not named. So then finally she gave up the name, so they had to refile it. And he probably asked, like, do you want to go after bruh too? And she was like, F it. Yeah, I don't know. You should have hooked them up to the lie detector test before you even write, like, because it's not even whether if I believe her or not. It's just, do you remember? Like, you got too much stuff going against you. Like, you got head injury. Like, it's 20 years, 24 years past.
But when you're talking about, and this is the problem that, and I think everybody needs to look in the mirror at the end of the day. When you're talking about a 13-year-old getting assaulted in where was this at? Los Angeles or New York? Somewhere in
I don't know, it's 10 hours away from wherever, right? Pretty sure it was New York.
Duh, people lie to little kids to manipulate them, bro. Like, bro, after everything y'all done heard about show business and all this, you still trust these niggas' word at all? I'm like, yo, prove that little situation wrong. I hope. But at the end of the day, bro, all my faith in y'all niggas was lost about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
There's nothing that no statement niggas can make. None of that would ever make me like trust y'all around any of my family that was trying to get in the business.
Hell no.
So to hell with what I think. That's all this is my opinion. But y'all niggas in my eyes are evil as hell.
that this is completely not true and that this is all about trying to get money from him. What do you say about that?
I haven't asked for a dime from him. It's not everything is motivated by money, and I'm sorry that he feels that it is.
This woman also told us on camera last week that this isn't about money.
Well, let's be serious. A lawyer like this is not sending out these letters not to make money. He wants money and fame. He doesn't care about truth and justice, and that's what's going on here.
Chloe Malas joins.
He wants money and fame. You just answered your own question, Mr. Lawyer. So by having her on there, that would be the fame category. I could see him doing a pro bono. I just saw an ad saying, if you've ever been victimized by P. Diddy, whether it was in the 90s or the early 2000s, please step forward. Like, bro, I've been seeing these all over social media.
This nigga got the class action.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to get round people up. I'm pretty sure if he can vet you, like he's saying.
But that's
Because
what
think about the
happens,
legitimate
though.
cases where people do want money. Those people will help them get their stuff. Not everybody just want an apology. I'm not going to say there aren't people that want to be paid for their pain and suffering, as they deserve. Cassie deserved that money. I think she deserved that money.
I mean, apparently she was damn plugging that dude that went and shot up Mar-a-Lago.
Bruh.
So, I don't know, man, Naja. I think she was Freako, man. That Freako.
It's just in studio. So, Chloe, explain this to me. The attorney for the plaintiffs, Tony Busby, right? He is sticking by his client even though you've been able to report these inconsistencies and they are now out there in the public?
Yes, and because of our exclusive report here on Top Story, he's actually going to have Jane Doe do a polygraph test. He says he hasn't done it yet, but that they are going to be doing it this week. He also said in a statement to us moments ago that their conduct throughout all of this has been beyond reproach and will continue to be, even though that's not what you're hearing Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's attorney, what he's saying. Also, I just want to show you, Jay-Z's team created a timeline. Obviously, they are, even though this took place allegedly 24 years ago, right? They are saying that there is just no way that he could have been at the VMAs. He's on camera there until the end of the VMAs, which ended right after 11, and that there are photographs of him at the Lotus Club in Manhattan, and they say he was there till 3 a.m., and then he went to the music studio. So, again, they are adamant that
he was not at that party.
That he was not at any sort of after party.
I do want to ask you this. What is Jay-Z's sort of legal team strategy in describing the...
That your ass went to the studio, Jay-Z.
How do we know that she wasn't at the Lotus party? How do we know the after party wasn't at these? Like, you see what I'm saying, bruh? They be trying to. They playing, bro. Like, why?
Like they playing with y'all.
I don't understand why they can't. I don't know, bruh. I be side eyeing stuff like that.
If you know this lady lying,
right? Why are we playing? That's what I'm saying. Why are we playing? And then the whole polygraph test thing, bro. You know that's TV shit, bro. You can't use that in court. That's for the public opinion. Yeah. Like, that is crazy. They said, look at the timeline. I made a PowerPoint chart. What? Speaking of the team, what do y'all got to say? They talking about people getting paid off.
Source. Trust me, bro.
Right. Like, what was that chart?
What?
All time, and one of the flashiest attorneys on the scene today are going to war. Tony Busby publicly named Jay-Z in a lawsuit on behalf of a woman who says he raped her as a child. And from there, the fight was on. And now the powerhouse Texas attorney is involved in a lawsuit against Jay-Z's entertainment company, accusing them of paying his own clients to turn against him. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey guys, so this is pretty scary. Did you know that children are being diagnosed with surrounding Jay-Z being named in a Sean Diddy Combs lawsuit as a child rapist? You know that attention has been shifting from what are horrific allegations against Combs and Jay-Z to this battle that has been going on both in the press and in legal fightings between Tony Busby, the attorney representing this alleged victim, and Jay-Z and Rock Nation, the entertainment giant that Jay-Z founded. Now, Tony Busby, already a prominent lawyer in Texas who represented accusers in cases against high-profile clients like NFL player Deshaun Watson, he burst onto the world stage really in October when he announced his intention of filing more than 100 civil lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs. And he also promised to name high-profile celebrities that he says were involved in the sexual assault and raping of both men and women.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't...
So he said, bruh, this is what I'm about to be here to do. Like, this is my goal.
A secret at all.
Unhinged.
Has finally been revealed to the world.
And I'll tell you what, Busby, true to his word, has filed more than a dozen individual cases on behalf of Jane and John Doe's. But the first celebrity to be publicly named in one of these complaints was Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, now listed as a defendant in one of these cases. Right. And the backlash from that was swift. Rock Nation, Jay-Z, they came out swinging, not only denying the allegations that Jay-Z raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000, but also confronting Tony Busby about what they said.
Everything is designed. Everything that you read is designed. Anything that is...
So at the end of the day, if the first one that he went for is probably going to make or break a lot of them.
Yep.
Because it's like, yo, you start off like that and it doesn't go your way. Like you said, the court of public opinion.
Yep.
Won't get your ally.
Mm-hmm.
committed ethical violations. You can check that out on our YouTube channel for the full story. But going back to this, on top of all of that, Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's lead counsel, filed a lawsuit against Busby and basically said that Busby had tried to extort money from his client, saying if Jay-Z didn't pay up, this lawsuit would be filed and his reputation would be ruined. But now I have another lawsuit to talk to you about. This new lawsuit that was filed against Roc Nation by one of Busby's former clients. And this accuses the media company of essentially, allegedly trying to buy him off. So the lawsuit claims that Roc Nation paid people to impersonate officials.
Bruh, they're being dirty, bro. They're probably... So what's going on is, in my opinion, I think both lawyers want fame right now. Both lawyers want fame. Both lawyers want to have a case. Because what I'm seeing is, oh, you trying to say I'm extorting you? F it. You trying to get us. Yeah, file that shit. Tell them how he tried to pay you to say that girl was lying. Like, bruh. They are gloves off.
The gloves have been officially taken off. But at this point, I don't even think it's about what happened. They're just trying to illegitimize the other side as much as possible.
Yep. I agree. Then unrelated, but not kind of related, you got Beyonce doing this halftime performance that she announced a month ago. And now we know they were made aware in like mid-October of this whole thing.
You think it's a distraction?
I think it's a distraction. Yeah, I do. Man, I still stand by. He should have not went to that damn movie premiere. Like, this is so messy.
I still think Drake probably has something to do with this shit because of the Super Bowl. Young Money niggas was like, what be? Oh, baby.
Use fake badges and offer money to people who agree to file lawsuits against Busby's law firm. Again, now Jay-Z's #1 enemy. We got our hands on this complaint that was filed in Harris County, Texas, with a man named Gerardo Garcia as the plaintiff. And Garcia is a former client of the Busby firm who says he was approached at his home by some of these alleged bad actors. This lawsuit names multiple defendants, by the way. Marcy Bryan Croft, an attorney who works with Roc Nation, her law firm, MJ Legal, investigator Jessica Santiago, Roc Nation, and Quinn Emanuel Urquhart and Sullivan. This is the law firm that represents Jay-Z, often just referred to as Quinn Emanuel. Now, the lawsuit begins, defendants have conspired to obstruct justice by engaging shadowy operatives to illegally seek out more than 24 current and former clients of the Busby law firm to convince those clients to bring frivolous cases against the Busby law firm. Defendant Roc Nation is financed
having shadowy operatives allegedly.
That was like the legal jargon for Illuminati.
It really
shadowy operative.
Like, what the fuck? This nigga pulled up with a zoot suit and
like,
a little
what?
Men in Black pen trying to flash me and make me forget all about my baby oil.
Oh, dipping, yeah, geeky as a motherfucker. Keep that hammer on me, yeah, peeking like a motherfucker. Watch them niggas run you 'cause they sneaky as a motherfucker. And she hold it down.